Hello everybody and welcome to episode 1 here on the Diamond Society server. I am Hodag, of course, and if you haven't already figured it out by watching the UHC and kind of taking some hints from other videos, yes, we are starting here in SMP a little Let's Play series on the Diamond Society server. There's about 24 members I think altogether. I could be wrong a little bit off that, but there's a bunch of old members. There's about 10 or so of us newbies, including myself. And man, the UHC was crazy. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. I've never done a UHC before, and I won! Along with myself, Coop Dizzle, and Ethis. We won. Ethis. And we won the UHC somehow, some way. I don't know how it's possible, but we did it. And I can tell you that the adrenaline that I had coming out of that UHC, I was shaking. Literally shaking for the next 30 minutes. I could not sit down. I wasn't sure if I should go run 10 miles or something or what I should do, but oh, crazy, you guys. Completely crazy. So anyway, we're here on the Diamond Society server. You can see behind me there's a pillar there. This is kind of like our main spawn area. It's not world spawn. It's not where you're going to spawn in like, you know, the actual spawn. Ooh, there's Cortez behind us. It's not the world spawn, but this is going to be like the main major city area, and there's some districts before here. So, like behind me in that direction, I believe is like a mansion, kind of a fancy upscale district where you can build your house if you want to. But that, hey guys, that's not really our style, is it? No, it's not that style. Okay. And this behind me here, not behind that little shack behind me, and like past that hill back there, is going to be like the ghetto district, the slum district, I believe. And then that's more my style. I might, you know, find a swamp back there and build a little hut just to kind of have a little place here in the main area. But it's not really a place for a main base. And then I think back by that mesa biome back there is like a factory kind of redstone-y machine kind of district. And I'm not sure what's in that direction. I forget. But there's a couple districts around here. You can see that giant circle out there in the air. That's kind of marking out where our giant city is going to be. So it is going to be a big city, and I hope I can help out some of these guys on here, because they are amazing builders, they're amazing redstone guys, things, they do everything amazing. So I'm excited to see if I can help out. What we're going to do this episode, though, the beginning episode, first episode, is we're going to try to get a little bit established on the server so that if we want to help somebody, we actually have a few resources and a base of operations with which to help them already anyways. So, without further ado, by the way, for winning the UHC, I got to keep all of my stuff, or a bunch of my stuff, basically anything we could find laying on the ground after the UHC. So, yeah, I'm starting with a decent amount of loot already. Look at that. No real diamonds or anything like that, but that's fine. I'm actually cool starting with nothing, so. Alright, so let's move out. The base idea that I have for this season here has to do with a jungle biome. And we got Raven on the server. He's kind of like our building coordinator. He's going to tell you if it's okay to build, where you want to build, if anybody else is planning to build there or not. And I asked him about an idea that I had for a jungle, and he said, "No, man, that's far enough away. He thinks it's going to be completely fine. But you know me, if I'm going to get there, and if I don't like the way it looks, you know, the way the land is shaped and everything, we might think of another plan. Who knows? Or we might look for a different jungle or something different entirely." Ooh, careful around here. So, anyway, I got about 2,000, 3,000 blocks or something to run, and then we are going to see if I can find something. You know, got to see if I can find some sort of area that works, and I'll see you guys over there. Okay? I am on my way over here, but look at how beautiful this sunset / landscape is, you guys, with the dark wood, the forested area here. Look at that. It's basically a regular terrain, except some of the mountains, I think the extreme mountains, are amplified. So it really does provide a cool, and with the sunset there, that just looks crazy cool. Look at that. And I am definitely going to be able to find a cool spot, I think. No problem. Alright, you guys, I'm over here surrounded by jungle. And I don't know if you can tell, but if you look way over there, you can see a little pillar with some torches on. I know it's hard to see during the daytime here. There's torches all over this really giant... In fact, let me just try to get a higher vantage point here, because really, you can't see what I'm talking about, but in the very center of this jungle, and there happens to be, come on, let me get up on top of these. There happens to be a couple kind of like extreme hills areas where you can see, you climb up to the top of the thing and you can see for miles and miles around. And that is going to lend itself very well to what I kind of had planned for this area and for my base, I guess. If you look up on top of this hill, you'll see I was just up there placing some wood and some torches, kind of trying to map out the area a little bit and trying to section it off so that nobody else actually builds over here while I go back to the main city, because I realized something. I realized if I run off by myself right away in the beginning, I might be by myself for a long time, and I don't want to do that. You guys, I just got done playing on a server by myself for a very long time, and if I go and do it again right now at the beginning, that's what's going to end up there. So I came up with an idea, kind of a Halloween idea, of something to do while we kind of give it some time before we run off to our main base area. But you see this giant, now you can start to see a little bit of this jungle. It's very large, and this is kind of like the tallest point, except there's also a giant kind of mountain here with trees on it. So that's another giant tall point, and I'm going to connect all these with some like rope bridges as best as I can make in Minecraft. Over there's a tall point, over here's a tall point. Hopefully now people see torches and stuff and think, okay, somebody's been here, someone's going to want to build here, and they don't just come and build here, because that would be a bummer, because I want this place. It's hard to put signs, because unless I put signs everywhere in the jungle, no one's going to figure out that I was here and whatever. So I'll tell the people of the server in our little chat that we have. However, I'm going to head back towards spawn, you guys, and head over there. I think Howitzer's over there right now, Lurgan's over there working, and I'm going to go see what they're doing, and I have an idea of something to do myself, so let's get back over there. Well, you guys, back over here at spawn, not spawn, but where the city is going to be, and I'm over kind of near the farming district where I was talking to Addictive G, and she was saying something the other night about having a chicken cooker and if I could install one. So I thought, you know, here's where she's kind of working. I'll just throw it right in there, because I'm running low on food as well, and I'm sure these guys would all like some food. Right now I think I don't think we have an auto food source, at least right here in the center, and this doesn't have to be a permanent thing. Anybody can tear it down anytime they want. That's fine with me, but it would be kind of nice to have some chicken around here. So I think what I'm going to try to do is install the auto chicken cooker right about here. So Addie can use it, and anybody over here can use it if they want. But I'll just quick throw it together, and then comes the hard part. I got to actually find all the chickens. That takes forever. I found a chicken, and I just got him from like 200 blocks away. Come here, chicken. I found another chicken. And I want to show you guys this. I just saw this when I was getting the chicken. I was running past, and Lurgan, he apparently doesn't like his new house. It's real nice, man. I really dig your hole. Okay. Alright, you guys, I just want to give you a little bit of a lay of the land here where we are. We are in the slum district. It's got some mesa, some crap birch trees, some sand desert over there. Then over there is like the mansion's fancy district. Okay, those are the fancy people over there, obviously not myself. Then we have, let's see, this pillar here, right here, marks basically the wall to the big inner city. And then if we go in that direction, we'd find the beacon over there where the farming district is. That's where Addictive G is doing a lot of her stuff. And if we go that way, you run into where the actual main city is, and then past the main city back there is going to be kind of the dock area, which I think is going to be kind of cool as well. And I just got set up in here a little bit, and I decided that I'm going to do something with pumpkins, actually. I know we're not in the farming districts, but I decided to plant a few pumpkins, and while I was doing that, I was like, well, why don't I do some strip mining and get some resources, maybe upgrade my gear as well. So I've been kind of going through, Got a bunch of iron gear right now that I'm using, just from the iron that I found in this cave right here. But you can see I set up my pumpkin plantation down here at the bottom. Pumpkins are really in this year. They're really coming along. And by the way, do pumpkins all grow facing a certain direction? Because it looks like it. I never knew that before. Anyway, so our pumpkins are coming in, and we already have like a stack or two of them. I'm not even harvesting them right now because I'm working on the chicken farm right now, which I'll show you in just a second. But if I haven't showed you, that is. And then, see, got a couple redstone. We got some lapis. I got 40-something diamonds here. I already made a diamond pick. I don't really need... I need a little bit more redstone. Okay. I need to go to the nether and get myself a little bit of the, what do they call that stuff? The quartz. I need like one piece of quartz to make one comparator for the chicken farm. And, yeah, you guys, that's pretty much what I've been doing. I'm going to get everybody fed here in the server. We're going to get the chicken going, and I'm going to have kind of a plan I got for the pumpkins, which I'll show you hopefully by the end of this episode. No way. Oh wait, they're still in there. Okay. Let me just replace the glass that the creeper just completely obliterated. It's okay though. I don't think it's as bad as I was originally thinking it was. Well, as I was about to say earlier before the creeper completely ruined my day almost, is that I have 50 chickens up top. I have a bunch more growing here, and as you can see, it is starting to fill up. Obviously not much yet because it just began, but it's going. So chicken cooker done, and this place is pretty close to the main area where people are working, so it should start to collect chickens. Ooh, good, and I should start collect saplings. And so chicken cooker done. Only one problem. During the whole process of making the chicken cooker, I found out that right about there, that board right there, someone's already built the chicken cooker. But that's alright. You know, if this thing causes too much lag or something, people, if anybody's watching this and you see it, feel free to come over and just completely knock it down. Then if we already have one, that's fine. Just go ahead and obliterate it. And no hard feelings, of course. I didn't know that we already had one over here. So that's a bit of a bummer. But anyway, Addictive G, if you're watching, go ahead and enjoy some chicken. I might AFK around here at some point and just check it out. And if I don't, then... Ah! No! Oh my god, I need to get away from here. You're gonna try to ride it all day long, but you're gonna fail, cause it's wild, wacky, action back. You can't ride it, wild, wacky, action back. Okay, all creeping has subsided for a second, and as you can see from my hotbar, we have some cooked chicken. I'll go around the front in a second. I've increased the number of chickens we have even more, so we're pumping out even more cooked chicken over here. I've also AFK'd and collected eggs. Oodles and oodles of them. Actually, just about almost 3 chests of them, which should be enough for what I have planned, because we're starting to make pumpkin pie, you guys. And I've also... And we're over here by the other chicken cooker, because I've been collecting all the sugarcane. Although it's not growing as fast as I would like. Come on, hurry up. We need sugarcane to make sugar. And more sugar. And more sugar. All the sugar so that we can get pumpkin pie, because pumpkin pie is made from pumpkins, sugar, and eggs. And we got the eggs. We have, well, we're getting sugarcane, and I've been busy hand collecting and harvesting pumpkins. I don't know if you know how long it takes to harvest this many. I mean, I have a decent farm going here, but it took a while. And so pumpkin pies, right? So here, let's get some of this pumpkin. We're gonna need, we got 3 stacks down there. Sugar, that's all we can do right now. So anyway, pumpkin pie. Here's my plan, you guys. We're gonna create a shop. Except I'm not creating a shop to become rich, okay? The whole point of this shop is to be a little bit funny and spread some cheer. Everybody right now is in like super building mode. A lot of guys have diamond armor already. There's fishing farms set up. They're all actually doing. They're further than me. A lot of them actually, if you look at their gear. Although, I mean, that's usually what I focus on too. So I understand it. But in order for us to kind of come together and be playing together more, and having some fun here on the server, I think what I'm going to do is create kind of like what looks like a giant jack-o'-lantern. That's going to be the shop look. And then I'm going in the inside to offer free pumpkin pie, of course. But the cost of the pumpkin pie is not going to be diamonds. It's going to be, there's going to be a chest in there with a bunch of empty books. And in order to take a stack of pumpkin pie or a couple stacks, I'm going to ask that they write a spooky story and leave it in there. So like if Howlitzer or if somebody else comes through and they want some pumpkin pie, they can take some pumpkin pie, of course. And it's not going to be required to leave a spooky story, but it's just kind of fun, you guys. It doesn't have to be the craziest, spookiest story ever. It could be just a few lines. It could be a spooky joke even. That's fine. If you have any like silly, stupid jokes you want to leave a spooky joke in a book for people to come by and read. If you want to rename some tools, maybe like AKA like murder weapons or something, but rename it like a spooky name and leave that in there. Just leave some spooky stuff, okay? Spooky stories are very welcome. Spooky jokes are very welcome. Those might be a little bit simpler for people. Spooky tools, anything spooky. Leave it in there for other people to come by and read, find, see, and take some pumpkin pie while you're in there. Because, we got to feed the people, okay? We're in the slums here. And slums, I know Halloween is already past, okay? I don't care because Halloween's awesome, okay? We can go for Halloween a little bit longer. That's fine. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build a shop. We're gonna get it up and running here a little bit. And once it's kind of established in the slums area or in the main city, I'm not really sure. Once it's established, though, I'm going to come back and show you guys where we're at, what we still have to do, and kind of show you the lay of how it's gonna work out.
Snuck up on her, clearing her desert as she were. She saw me. No.
Guys, was I right or was I right? Is this not the most beautiful spot for future base? That was the top of the jungle I was showing you before. I'm up on, I think, the highest part. Well, technically that would be the highest part. And I just made a portal kind of in the very center of the jungle, which is right over there. And I'm going to kind of connect up. I'm going to be building a giant tree somewhere. I'm going to be connecting like rope bridges to all these random mountains. And I'm going to try not to alter the jungle too much, just kind of build my base around it. It's going to be amazing. I can just picture myself jumping off this thing with the elytra wings and flying wherever I want to fly. It's so cool. Alright, back to work. I'm almost ready to build this whole pumpkin pie, spooky whateverness. It's almost there. All right, you guys, pumpkin is complete, and believe it or not, it's been quite a few days since I've actually been recording and making this pumpkin, so you can see someone came along and started their own little pumpkin farm near here. If I just even do a 360 from this pumpkin and look into Uptown, you can see that Mottbot is starting some really impressive build there, and he looked just past there on that mountainside. Aethys is up there building, or possibly done at this point with the rate things go up on this server. He's building some really, really pretty amazing things. It's kind of like this crazy thing that comes off the side of the mountain. I can't wait to go over there and check it out, actually. But let's check to see if we have any buyers. See, I went in here and I put in some jokes and stuff. There we got the, what's the problem with twin witches? You can't tell which was which. Okay, that's good stuff. Wait, did I write something else? Or did somebody add a joke? This is the part where you laugh. Ha ha ha. Oh man, I cracked myself up. That's what happens when I forget what my jokes even were. Okay, but we're gonna read those two books. I still got my curb stompers, and my murder weapons in here, rusty spoon. But anyway, I know that BC came by and read my story, which I'll read you guys right now, and I think he really liked it. Tale of Betrayal. Sorry, a Hodag original. One dank Minecraft dawn, BC sharpened his axe in anticipation of the slaughter ahead. It was time to put an end to the server leg. He knew his enemy, he knew his weakness, he knew their weakness. He knew where they would be, and that they would be alone. He had carefully planned out their demise for weeks, taking special care in every detail, and tonight was the perfect night. The moon was full, as it is many nights in Diamond City. But tonight it was like really, really full. Like way more full than normal, seriously. Let me put it this way, it was so full that it lacked unfullness. But I digress. Gizmo was AFK fishing on this night, as he does many nights when BC silently crept up behind him. The attack could not have been planned more perfectly, even remembering to bring bone, zombie flesh, and beef to tame Gizmo's dogs. Everything was perfect. BC shifted up behind the completely unaware Gizmo. He raised his axe over his head. The time was right, and then... Creeper fuse. Boom. Yes, I'll let you finish the rest in your head, but... unexpected. Those twist endings really get you. And then Aethys has dropped off this book. I have not read this book yet at all. I'm excited. It's not been the most popular shop, like I said a couple days ago. I think everybody's kind of settled in and they have their own food sources now. People are making their own pumpkin farms out here anyways. It was just kind of a fun build to do, but let's check out Aethys' book. I'm excited. It was a night like any other night, in a place not like any other. From up above, the wailing baby sounds of gas sent shivers down the spines of the small group huddled together. They were trapped. Their portal blown up by a gas, and down to their last pork chop things. Things were getting desperate. Reaching into his pocket, the white-suited man pulled out a dice, handed it to the person with a face out of mythical folklore, and said, "Roll." And roll he did. The dice fell and landed on Snake Eyes. "Looks like I'm the one tonight," the white-suited man said, pulling out his diamond-encrusted pick, swinging at a block and charging off against a blaze. After a hailstorm of fire, the portal was lit, but of the man in the white suit, nothing remained. The other two made it out, but they say on rainy nights they can still hear his footsteps falling behind them. Ooh. And remember, Aethys' build is like right over there. I need to go check that out. And if you don't know, Aethys, I believe, is actually wearing a white suit. So the man in white may have been him, actually. Which is pretty cool. Anyway, you guys, we're getting to the end of this episode. I have set up some food resources here on the server, and look at all the things popping up here in the center. This is BC, been going to town, and he is on the way building his giant clock tower. I have no idea how close to finish this is. Knowing BC, it could get 17 times bigger than this. Who knows? But his look, he's right over here talking to somebody. He's been planning this thing out. Look at all the iron that's gone into this already. Even I think Cortez Areno has some things. His shack is right there, and he's already built a crane next to that. That's already like it's on a track and everything. We got let's see who built that right there. There's a bar. That's Muses Gaming's bar. I don't know whose place that is. Coop Dizzle has been going insanely crazy with builds up on top of the mountain there. And I'm kind of planning on doing something over there as well. I know there's a lot of chatter as far as what's going to be built over there, and I'm pretty excited about it. Addictive G's right there. Her place is over here in the Factorium. She's going to be building a giant kind of ranch with a bunch of redstone builds and farms, automatic. Then there's Howitzer, who's mainly underground over here. He's been doing a ton of AFK work. Raven, some other people I think are tearing down this whole mountain. This whole mountain's already been torn down. If you saw the last clip, you might have seen a mountain there. It's gone. Just in like a few days it was gone. It was a huge mountain, you guys. So, yeah, anyway, let's keep going here. We got 3 ravens over here, I think. Or maybe it's not him. I don't even know, you guys. So much stuff happens on this server so quickly that I didn't log in for a few days, and it's just crazy already. The Owens passed this place over here. You got Lurgan building tiny little holes everywhere. It's crazy. I think I have a picture or something of Lurgan's hole 2.0 or Lurgan's stupid hole 2.0. So hopefully I can throw that up soon. But yeah, you guys, a lot has been happening. I think we're just about done for this episode, but I have to tell you, I have already gotten some, it's not amazing gear, but it's enchanted diamond gear, enchanted sword. This is not a bad sword. I got that on 1 enchantment too. It was amazing. And I got a decent bow going on because of some AFK fishing, good done by Techno Gizmo. Some mending on my pickaxe because Cortez Arena's over there. He's already doing villager training like in the first week on the server here. He's crazy. But Techno Gizmo's place has been our XP friend, basically. He set up a auto skeleton XP farm next to an AFK fishing farm, and I've gone over there and used that because he's been very generous and let everybody kind of go over and grab some XP whenever they need it. So, yeah, crazy times, you guys. There's already talk about an ABBA caving tournament, and I think there's 9 people, including myself, signed up for that right now, so hopefully we'll be doing that pretty soon. I haven't read these signs yet. AFK, message for Discord for rules and guidelines of building. Yeah, so we got Addictive G versus BC, Howitzer versus Kill Dave, Ethias versus AFK Falcon. Oh, AFK Falcon I think is the guy building right there, that mountain. Green Matthias, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, against Ravens. And look at that. I just got excited. I talked to those other guys. I was like, guys, I have a bye week for the first week here. I automatically win my first round. But Coop's thinking of joining. Who knows, man? We got tons of stuff going on in this server. And I'm pretty excited. I'm a little bit scared, actually, because I have about another week, a little bit less, 5 more days to record stuff. Hopefully put out a second episode or get it recorded so I can release. And then I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm going back to the States, going to visit my brother for Thanksgiving and have some good eats and stuff with him. Go some snowboarding in Colorado. And I'm a little bit scared to come back after that because I feel like, this clock tower might be done. We might have just another skyscraper built. Who knows what is going to happen on this server, you guys. We'll see if we have any more scary books next time. I have a feeling, I told them it's just a temporary build, that pumpkin, so we might have to tear that down relatively soon if somebody wants to build something in there. I've also just proposed that maybe we put an observatory up here, and I'm not sure, maybe I'll build that, or if somebody else wants to tackle it, they can. But it's a crazy server, you guys. It has been crazy fun playing with some of these other people already. They're going to inspire me. Hopefully I inspire them with some builds. And that is going to do it, you guys, for our first episode. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching the UHC. I hope you're enjoying Captive Minecraft. I hope you're enjoying everything that comes on this channel. If you're not, please let me know how I can improve it so that you think it'll be a little bit better then. I will make improvements. I'm definitely open to changing just about anything within reason, you guys. If you're like, hey, I don't like your face, Hodag, why don't you change that? Well, that's a little bit personal. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but you guys, if you want to see more of building, if you want to see more redstone stuff, if you want to see more Let's Play, Captive Minecraft, kind of adventure map stuff, if you want to see more, get more done in these episodes, if you want, anything you want, let me know, and I will try to my best to deliver, as long as it means I'm still having fun on the server, which is pretty easily done, because as long as it's Minecraft, I'm having fun, you guys. So, without further ado, I wish you a good time. Leave a like, subscribe, tweet, comment, whatever you can do to let me know that you guys are enjoying whatever is going on here. And I'll keep making the videos. But I hope you enjoyed what you saw here today, and have a great day, you guys.